Hey you guys, it's me, Sass at Flourish, and of course we have another great hair beauty in here. But I wanted to hear from her and her stylist, of course, Alex. They already kind of did a little bit of their consultation, but what she's dealing with is a couple of different things. I know I mentioned before to you guys that gray hair typically doesn't deal with a protein issue simply because of the cuticle already having that sealant over it. Protein can sometimes overload. However, there are certain situations where it may be warranted. So Alex was doing her consultation and she said that she kind of have come in because she wants to get this taken down. So that's a shape thing, totally easy. But then she also said that she noticed that you noticed like some straighter pieces in the hair, but you were bleaching it, lightening it to kind of, was it to disguise some older color that was on there or to lighten your gray?
It was totally bleached.
Oh. Did that grow out?
Yes.
And then now you're gray? Okay, so she used to lighten her hair and get it bleached so that it would be blonde, right? And then as her blonde grew out, her gray started to come in, and then there's no reason to really keep bleaching it, right? But if you can come in just a little bit, and you'll be able to see on her ends, she has a discoloration, which is probably where that blonde was, and it starts to kind of turn a little bit yellow, just because of Texas has hard water, all the things, right? But it also shows up so much more intense when it's next to true white hair, because bleach can only mimic what we're trying to achieve, what comes out naturally, right? And so a couple of things will help with that. We can also trim it off, but you can also use a purple shampoo, that kind of thing. However, though, her biggest issue is we feel like she has a little bit of dehydration, which is typical for gray hair, but the protein piece is gonna come in because she feels like her hair is a little bit straighter in areas. Now, it's straighter typically, is it usually at the end that you feel like it's straighter? Or is it pretty much even where not at the end?
Not at the end.
Where is it the most straight you feel like when you're doing it yourself?
That back portion.
Like up in here? This is always the sole part of the hair, honey. Like even the middle part of my hair is a hot mess, okay? But that can where we can go in with hydration, some moisture products, but we can also do a little protein there because it may be cuticle damage. Typically what happens that will straighten your texture out is if something has happened to that cuticle layer and it puts holes in the strand, and now the strand can't do the thing like it's supposed to, and it kind of blows it out. But we'll kind of check that as she goes back and does her, shampooing and all that kind of stuff. But that is an instance with gray hair that we would use protein because it'll strengthen that back up and fill in the artificial protein into the strand where it's missing, and it'll beef it up. But then also it can happen when you have color on the hair. Now hers is just at the end, but because it's right here, it could be a plethora of things that happen to the cuticle. So we're just gonna see if protein helps, but it will never hurt in that space. So afterwards, we'll see what that does. We'll see if any curl happens to do the curl thing and if that helped, and we'll see where she's at after.